Good morning, Brownsville. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this feed. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Frankie Olivo. Our program focuses on talking about the very important issues that are affecting our local community. We strive on allowing our platform to be the voice of those individuals that have been neglected, that have been turned a blind eye. If this is something that you could see yourself being a part of, I ask you that you comment, like, and share this live feed. We come on Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Now, if you're really about the cause and you have been seeing the positive impact in which our platform has been showing, I ask of you that you go to YouTube. We could be found under Frankie Olivo TV. Again, my community, you want me to stick my neck out for you. You want me to fight, to be vocal, I will gladly do so. Again, I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you for food. Well, unless you make a mean dish or have some great tamales, I just might. But the little that I ask of my community is to show support. How? By going to YouTube, creating an account, and subscribing to our page. Again, we could be found under Frankie Olivo TV. And once again, I'm very thankful to each and every one of you for your time. How we doing, chat? How we doing? Happy Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, Friday Junior. This weekend, we have Memorial Day. So we have a lot to look forward to. We have less than 4 or 5 days from the school year ending. Summer school's right around the corner. What are y'all gonna do for summer? Do y'all have any summer plans? I myself, it's gonna be another hot girl summer for me. Gonna be out on the island. Gonna get a tan, catch some rays, and enjoy life, baby. These past few days have been, or these past few weeks have been a bit uneasy for the city as a whole. And many of us want to have our representatives address us as a community. We feel as if our local representation has been sweeping things under the rug. We've been talking about things that have been happening 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and they're finally just coming to light. At the end of the day, the most sacred thing that we have in this world is our children. We should do everything possible to preserve their innocence and attack those that prey on them. Many have been talking about how the lack of response from the superintendent is very telling. Again, we have showed program after program, day after day, of how the issue of Rivera is a monster. This is a systematic failure from the top to the bottom, where people knew what was going on, and we have named names, ladies and gentlemen. We have named coaches, principals, Cindy Lizondo, the counselor, wife of board member Carlos Lizondo, and we had signaled them out and showed you how they have failed you as a community. Why is it that to them it was just about picking up a paycheck and not wanting to step on people's toes? Many people, for whatever reason, have been kind of shocked that I've been at the forefront of this. But remember, Good Morning Brownsville stands up to bullies. We want to make it known very clearly that today's a new age. If you hurt our kids, if you are disrespectful to our employees, if you harass them, if you bully them, we will blast you. We will come after you. I've been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to speak with victims that have confided in me, their experiences. Teachers, staff members have been vocal, have been reaching out to me. They've said that they've gone through the process and their voices, their concerns have gone overlooked. It's important for us to recognize that we need to do better. We want a better Brownsville. But are we willing to do what's necessary to get there? Today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be addressing and sending a message to Dr. Chavez, the school board superintendent. Now, I don't want you to think, sir, that I am singling you out. At the end of the day, during moments of adversity, individuals look to their leader. We look to those individuals that were put in important positions in times like these. At the end of the day, you are ahead of the biggest school district south of San Antonio with a budget of $400 to $500 million. You, sir, get paid the big bucks. You, sir, are in charge of providing this community assurance that their child will be protected, that the employees will be respected. And this message goes to you.
Other headlines, we have new reaction from the superintendent of Brownsville ISD about the district's safety policies and its intolerance for inappropriate behavior.
Well, this comes after the board fired a Rivera High School teacher who's charged with having an inappropriate relationship with a student. CBS 4's Sandy Torres has more.
Any inappropriate behavior is intolerable here at the district.
Certainly.
Superintendent Jesus Chavez says policies at the district are clear, especially when it comes to student safety.
If there are folks that are not treating our students right, or if there are folks out there that are mistreating our teachers, we're going to take action. And so, our community needs to understand that we're very aggressive about taking action.
Tuesday night at a special board meeting, the district fired Julio Trujillo, a teacher and basketball coach at Rivera Early College High School. According to court documents, Trujillo is accused of having sexual relations with a 19-year-old student from Rivera Early College High School. His paperwork says it happened in mid-April. Trujillo asked the student to meet him in a classroom. The court document goes on to say this kind of interaction between Trujillo and the student happened several times. Friday, Trujillo was arraigned for his charges and issued a $150,000 bond for a second-degree felony offense, improper relationship between an educator and student. Cameron County records indicate that Trujillo is out on bond.
I think as it relates to the behavior that we want from our employees, we want great behavior from our employees. And if that's not happening, then we'll take whatever appropriate action may be, up to termination, and yes, the involvement of police and or investigation.
Chavez says he has an open door policy and wants students, parents, and anyone who suspects improper behavior to speak up.
All of us working together, we can have a better situation. There may be something that we don't know about, but if the student knows about it and the parent knows about it, come on in.
As to what are some of those specific changes the board is thinking about implementing to reinforce its current safety policies?
Sometimes parents want to see, specifics.
Sure. We as we begin the school year, we'd be happy to cover how we keep safety and security in our campuses.
Working for you, Sandy Torres.
Let's do this.
Again, the world is watching. Everybody wants to see in what direction the school board is going. Now, we have been very vocal about certain individuals that have been preying, grooming on students. And this isn't something that we are making up. We have demonstrated that they are victims that date back 20 years. They are victims that date back 10 years with Trujillo. We have shown time in and time out, program after program, how Rivera High School currently still is a breeding ground for child grooming. I think it's commendable for Dr. Chavez to come out before to the community and show face. Today, sir, I will be very blunt with you. I do not mean no disrespect. I genuinely want to assure my community that you are the best choice for leading us. Now, many individuals, board members, teachers unions have said that you are the man for the job. But that is a small minority that feels that way compared to the community that is in uproar. I want you to know, sir, that many people have confided in me and said that you are not equipped to be in this position, that you have demonstrated that politics has played a role in your decisions. Now, I have been very careful of how I prepare for you today. We spoke at the recent board meeting on Tuesday, and you did assure me, and I'm more than sure that you were directed to this program to follow, to listen in, to see what was out there. We pride ourselves in bringing facts. What bothers me is that I feel as if this case in question, the Rivera High School program in its entirety, will quickly be forgotten. Attorneys are paid to hide the bodies. Attorneys are paid to silence community members. Frank Olivo, who stood up before the board. Now, I am aware of school board policies in which you cannot address certain individuals. But at the end of the day, this is a scandal of epic proportions. And I'm not talking about a teacher with a teacher, sir. I'm talking about individuals preying on young children. And nothing was done about it. I am a community member. I am a taxpayer. I am concerned. I'm not sure if you're aware, sir, but our program has gone viral. The world is watching. And one thing that the community has told me is we do not trust them. They are protecting themselves. Nothing's going to get done about this. Now, we have respectfully asked for certain things, and my production team has advised me, or suggested to me that, hey, maybe he is listening. We've heard of things that are transpiring behind the scenes. Today and tomorrow, administrators will be at Rivera High School. The world is watching. Now, it's hard for me to assure my community that you are the right man for the job. When we spoke on Tuesday, you're well aware of who I am and what I've been talking about. And in our discussions, you did mention that there are things that are being looked into. Good Morning Brownsville has stated that we wanted a press conference. We wanted for you to show your face. And you did that. And we commend you for that. In your presentation, in your interview, you did state that you will address these issues. I did not feel as if you wholeheartedly said it. But I'll give you credit. You said it. Now, during our discussions, I told you, if you give me an opportunity, I will make you into $1 million. While I was speaking at the board meeting, you silenced me, sir. Your attorney silenced me. freedom of speech. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. We live in a country that men and women have died for us to have freedom of religion, freedom of speech. We need to be vocal and addressing our leaders. What bothers me is that individuals run for political office, run for the school board. They put their hat in the ring to be the leader of the district, to be the superintendent. But when the time comes, when craps hit the fan, everybody hides. Everybody is quiet. Everybody sees the elephant in the room, but yet nobody wants to address it. We are aware that there are ongoing investigations, multiple investigations. Transparency, sir, is very important. Transparency, I hate that word transparency. You want to know why, sir? Because politicians use that too frequently. That word is used and abused, and our politicos, our superintendent, promises that we are going to be transparent in every sense of the word. But are we living up to that? Are we being transparent? I believe in freedom of speech. I am aware of board policy. So by you silencing me, sir, doesn't look good, at least in my eyes. Because I am making serious allegations. I am accusing people who were entrusted to take care of my child. And you silenced me, sir. I did not take that lightly. BISD is corrupt to the core. We all know that. Are you playing the game, sir? Are you trying to protect individuals? I am very well aware of board policy. But children were taken advantage of. Not just one time, not just two times, over a period of what I can state is 20 years. The school district is not being transparent. The school district is wishing that this school year ends. They think that when summer comes around, the community will forget about this nightmare that we're living with. As long as Frank Olivo has breath in his body, I will continue pounding and reminding my community of how we lack leadership, how we lack transparency in every sense of the word. You could run, but you will not hide. Without transparency, Dr. Chavez, there is no accountability. My beloved predecessor fought on these values. He was vocal about being transparent. He wanted to bring to the people the information. Whatever the community decides to do with that information is up to them. And that is my role. If you've been following, we do not present our agenda. I am not here for clout, for likes, for fame. I'm not here because of a political quest that I have. I'm doing this because this is the right thing to do as human beings. Are you being transparent? We're aware that there's an ongoing investigation. I called out those 25 individuals that applied for former board president Erasmo Castro's seat. And I called them out to their face. And I happen to know some of them. I happen to call them friends. It's a shame that it takes someone with limited resources, such as myself, to bring to light these very serious allegations. I hope, Dr. Chavez, You are not playing the political game. You know what we are facing. The school district is on a path towards self-destruction. The community is outraged. Enough is enough. No more skeletons in the closet. Bring them out. We want heads to roll. Why? Because our children were taken advantage of. As adults, you do not touch my money, and you most definitely do not touch my child. Is this an issue where we are going to protect the image of BISD? That is the job that attorneys have. Miguel Salinas. How long has Miguel Salinas been at the district? Why is he still there? He knows where all the dead bodies are. He knows everything that gets covered up. Why is he still there? Has he been a benefit towards this community? Has he been a benefit towards the school district? No. For the last 10 years that I've been monitoring, the last 15 years that I've been monitoring the school district, we have been declining rapidly in all aspects. Scoring, teacher morale, grievances, student enrollment. We've been losing confidence from the community because we feel as if the Glass Palace does a great job of hiding the bodies. Why is Miguel Salinas still employed with the district? You need to clean house, sir, in every aspect, from the top to the bottom. And I'm not saying just Rivera. And if nothing gets done about Rivera, I will blast you. I, sir, have shown you. I have shown you, and I'm very well aware that you saw and have been following. Heck, you're probably watching right now. Somebody probably sent you this feed, and I'm glad you're tuning in, sir. And I mean no disrespect, but I am genuinely concerned. I am a taxpayer. Now, I want to make this clear, ladies and gentlemen. I will never, ever speak during public comments at the school district. I have right now the biggest platform in Brownsville. Everybody is watching me, sir. I have no filter. My predecessor taught me to speak the truth when I address my community. And you silenced me, sir. Again, I am well aware of board policy. But if you want to silence those individuals that are empowering the victims, that are giving the victims a voice, heck, I don't care if I call that Trujillo's name. Everybody knows what he's about. Oh, he's still employed. Oh, you can't talk about him. Screw him. He preyed on our children. Not one, not two, not three, but multiple. Multiple children. And you want to silence me, sir? The school attorney wants to silence me? Really? Again, I will never speak at public comment. I will show my face, but I will never speak. I will address my community here in Good Morning Brownsville. I'm not sure if you're aware, sir, but this microphone is very powerful. And it transcends, and it makes waves, and I will be vocal. So for you to silence a community member that has legitimate concerns about what is going on is mind-boggling. Again, if nothing gets done about Rivera, I will be very vocal. I am a strong believer of freedom of speech. We may not agree, But we have the right. We have the right to speak our mind. Our platform has been transcending and making waves. We're averaging at least 15,000 views per episode. We have a platform, and we have showed you that we have been voicing the concerns of our community members. I have gotten calls from grandparents, from mothers, brothers, and sisters that do not have confidence in you, sir. I have nothing personal against you. Nothing personal. And you want me to show you how I know that I have a big platform? Well, that I have a big, well, let's not talk about that. A few days ago, you held a coffee with the superintendent. While we encourage these community engagement events, I think they're very beneficial. But what did we see, sir? What did we see from this community event? If you take a look at the pictures, it's nothing but board members. It's nothing but BISD employees. What does that tell you? Look at this. How many community members do you see here, sir? One, maybe two. So essentially, you're just talking to your group. You're not talking to the community. You're not addressing their concerns. You're not listening to their concerns. You know who you could have listened to? Frank Olivo. But what did you do? You silenced. Not my voice. You silenced the voice of the victims. And look, also, I'm a believer of free speech. Why can I not comment on this post? Look, Miguel Salinas, El Bueno Panada, back there. The one that hides dead bodies. Why can't I comment on this post, sir? I am a believer of free speech. My community, and I'm very thankful to my community. I feel indebted to my community. They have allowed me to use this mic to talk about what is going on. So here is another suggestion for you, Dr. Chavez. Are you really about the people? Do you really want to know about their concerns? Oh, now I could comment? Wow, that changed real quick. What the hell, fam? Oh, wait, I can't comment on this, but I can comment on this. What the heck? Oh, I can only comment on that picture. Let's do it. Hello. Open up the comments, sir. What are you trying to hide? What are you avoiding? You do not want to hear the concerns of the community? Again, there is genuine concerns, sir. He's watching here live. Good morning. And thank you so much, Dr. Chavez, for tuning in. And again, look at the flyers that you presented. Enroll today at BISD. Really, sir? Is this the time to advertise BISD? Really? We blasted board member Frank Ortiz for posting this. Right now is not the time, sir. Read the room. We have a sex scandal at Rivera High School. I'm not sure if you're aware, sir. Where children are being preyed. Where teachers were bullied by board member Carlos Elizondo and his wife, Cindy Elizondo, using a page, a fake Facebook page that has been deleted after we exposed it. And you want to advertise for individuals to come to BISD? No, sir. We have an image problem. We have to fix our image. It's like that drug addict. It's like that person that suffers from alcoholism. When you tell them, I want you to go into rehab. I want you to get better. What do they say? For what? I don't have a problem. Me? Loco? I'm fine. But in reality, we know that they're suffering. We know that they're going through something very serious. And if we do not seek that medical attention, that professional help, they will succumb to those vices. That is the current condition that BISD is in. We are that alcoholic. We are that person that is dependent on things. We do not want to address the issue. The issue is very serious. Corruption, hiding things under the rug, allowing board members to bully, intimidate employees, allowing coaches, teachers to groom and prey on our children. We have an image problem, sir. We need to fix it. We can't be dealing with the sex scandal and at the same time inviting our kids, inviting the community to enroll our students at BISD. What are we going to tell them? That BISD is the right choice? Really? Right now? That's not a good look. I'm not sure who's advising you, sir, but that is very scary. If you, the leader of one of the biggest school districts south of San Antonio, cannot read the room, it is not a good look. Again, are you protecting people? Are you sweeping things under the rug? You stated in your interview with Channel 4 that you want to assure the community members that they can send their children to BISD. You did say that if individuals were targeting employees, were harassing employees, that if they didn't belong there, they will be removed, either by authorities, demotions, no longer working. What are you going to do about Cindy Elizondo? I have made serious allegations. She has worked at that school for at least 10 years, possibly longer, possibly even close to 20 years, 2 decades. She knows the culture very well. She hangs out with the coaches. She's part of that culture. Every allegation that we bring up, sir, should be investigated, no matter how small or how big it is. We pride ourselves and being the voice of the people. While many people put that on their profile, they're silent right now. You know what we're capable of here at Good Morning Brownsville. I think you have a general idea of what we're about. We mean business. If I reported to you and showed you that Rivera High School is a cesspool, it's because it is a cesspool. And there's nothing being done about it. Again, all eyes are on the school district, Dr. Chavez. We understand that investigations are currently underway. And we stand by our reporting when we claim that Carlos Elizondo is behind that fake Facebook page that has caused employees to be tormented, to be bullied, to be harassed. Once those findings come to light, sir, we expect you to send a strong message to him and his wife, because she knew of Trujillo, because she is comadres with Trujillo's mom. She did not make us think about it because they are friends. Cindy Elizondo has meddled in personnel matters. She has requested for coaches to be fired. Why is the spouse of a board member having those discussions? Why? Because there's nepotism. There's negligence. There's abuse of power. While you may think that this contract extension is a vote of confidence, no. It was just, well, it's a 3-3 lock. There's nothing we can do. And pues, está cabrón la situación. So, okay, we'll extend it for 1 year. I would dare state, sir, that 75% of the community does not have confidence in you. We did talk about how there's a way for you to make things right. On Thursday and Friday's episode, when we shed light into what is really going on at Rivera High School, I stated that Rivera High School will be burned to the ashes. Administrators are currently right now at Rivera. Parents are pulling their children from Rivera. There is so much uncertainty going into the new school year. But you can make things right. You stated that you will be doing so on your interview with Channel 4. I'm not yet convinced. After it's all said and done, you need to clean house at Rivera from top to bottom. Heads need to roll. People need to be held accountable. Cindy Elizondo should be charged with neglect. She should be reprimanded. And at the very least, she should be placed on administrative leave. All of the individuals that we have made accusations to. Because again, these are concerns that have been expressed to us, that you lack the balls to take action. We ask of you, sir, that in order to ensure the integrity of the Rivera investigation, it may be best for an external party to come in. And it would be wise for you to place those directly involved, including coaches, Farley, Macias, Trujillo, well, he's already been fired, Tom Chavez, principals, Norma Jean, Obed Leal, Cindy Elizondo, on administrative leave to prevent any interference with the process. Now, again, your officer, you are very well aware of what I'm about to say. Your officer, you have received multiple complaints about a perceived unfair practice within the HR department. But have you taken action, sir? And in this response that you gave, it seems as if no visible action will be taken. Are you being dismissive to these very serious allegations? Now, again, you're getting paid $400,000 plus. You get paid for moments like this. You don't get paid when it's easy. You don't get paid to come out in Charo days. No, you get paid to swing, baby. You get paid to make the important decisions that when push comes to shove, you're going to throw the fregazos for the children. You are going to protect the employees. Again, I am well aware of the investigations, but people are questioning, does our superintendent have a backbone? Does he have the balls to make these important decisions? Or is he going to listen to the attorneys, such as how they silenced a community member named Frankie Olivo that was talking about how Rivera is a cesspool? Again, the community does not think you're equipped, sir. They don't think that you are the man for the job. Now, to all the employees, you have the right to report any wrongdoings to authorities. But again, unfortunately, not all BISD investigations are fair and impartial. We stated on Thursday's program how coaches were being harassed during working hours by Charlie Atkinson for multiple years. Were you not aware of what was going on? That grown men and women were living in fear because of this? I ask of you to send a strong message. Let the people know that you mean business. Again, you're only on the hook for one more year. And what I heard from a reliable source was that you might even retire or re-retire. The school district is heading down uncertain times. We don't have a board member. We don't have a CFO. We have a superintendent that's hanging on the edge with a one-year contract without the support of the community. Now, to the employees, once again, you have the right to report wrongdoings to the authorities. But unfortunately, the investigations that are being done by the HR department, they are not fair and they're not impartial. Now, these investigations tend to favor their friends or follow directives to protect the protocol that the district has rather than doing what's right. And this includes all investigators, including HR Director Linda Gallegos. You need to do better, sir. You need to send a strong message. Why are we having individuals such as Beto Leal, Charlie Atkinson getting cushy jobs? Get them the heck out of there. They have demonstrated, sir, that they are not equipped to represent the district. Macias has previously been, it's been alleged that this individual was moved from one school to Rivera. We don't want that. We want them to be fired. We want the very best to be molding, instructing, guiding, mentoring our children. You know what's going on, sir. You know the environment. Again, are you going to play the politics game, sir? I'm going to tell you from right here on, if I'm given an opportunity to represent my community on that school board, things will get done, with or without you. My mic, my platform has demonstrated that it's bigger than yours. Nobody goes to your coffees with the superintendent. Nobody believes in BISD. Nobody wants to enroll their children at BISD. What do? They come to Good Morning Brownsville because we tell it like how it is. We genuinely want a better Brownsville. We genuinely want a better quality of life for our future generations. And it all starts with you, sir. Are you going to do something about Charlie? Are you going to do something about Beto Leal? Everybody knew that Beto Leal had a problem. Everybody. This isn't no secret. I am not inventing this. Everyone knew. Will you be playing the politics game, sir? Again, this isn't things that I'm making up. These are genuine concerns that the community has. Now, if I'm being silenced on that stage, what do I expect from my people that have genuine concerns? They will be silenced too. And if it wasn't, I'm going to dare say this, if it wasn't for social media platforms, if it wasn't for Good Morning Brownsville shedding to light, none of this would have come about. None of this. We're passionate about what we do. We're proud that people confide in us information and we bring it to you. And those people that you haven't trusted at the HR department, they're playing politics. We want heads to roll. We want people to be held accountable. We want to see your huevitos. We want to know what happens. Enough is enough, sir. Again, if I'm given the opportunity to represent my community, I will demand that free speech be given to any taxpayer, any person that signs up for public comments. I don't like this. Oh, you have to talk about whatever's on the agenda. No, that's going to go away on day one. Board policy or not. I believe in free speech. We live in the good US of A, baby. If a taxpayer has a legitimate concern that their children are being preyed on, you deserve to know because you are working for the community. We, the community, are your boss. And you are silencing me, sir. Why? Because of board policy? Screw board policy. This is serious stuff. You want to lose students in the thousands? You want to be having attendance of in the low 20s? That is where we're going, sir. You want to silence me? That's fine. But best believe, if I'm allowed by my community to represent them on the school board, all that's going to change. I will allow individuals 5 minutes to voice their concerns on any issues they may have at the school district. And no one will silence them. I will make sure on day one that the comments on Facebook will be open. As long as they are not threatening in nature, they have the obligation, the responsibility as community members to voice their concerns. Free speech is guaranteed under the United States Constitution. You will not silence me, sir. You did at the board meeting. Great job. You just lit a fire under me. And I'm not sure if you're aware of what I've been doing lately. But when I bring it, I bring it. You had it easy with Erasmo Castro. Very easy. It won't be easy with me, sir. Again, the world is watching. We saw your interview. Our head's going to roll. Once the investigations come back and we are confident and we stand 1,000% behind our reporting, will heads roll? Ms. Gonzalez states public comment is for anything. Now, if they want to talk after public comments is over, does it have to be on the agenda? If the community has a concern regarding what is going on, they should be able to speak. Again, you, sir, work for us, the community. We are paying for your $400,000 salary. That ends the day you silenced me, sir. You are going up against the Open Meetings Act. And again, why do attorneys get paid the big bucks? To silence people, to make things go away, to hide the dead bodies. We have someone, Miguel Salinas, that has been working for the district for the longest time. What has he done? Hide bodies. Is that what he's good for? Is that what he's good for? Look at the comments, sir. This isn't me that is making things up. The community does not think you have what it takes, sir. And I'm being very nice when I say this. I'm being respectful, sir. We ask that you send a strong message. Reassure the employees that they will be respected, that they are valued, that any concerns of wrongdoings that they have to report, it will be handled confidentially and impartially. Your employees have been speaking out against you. Our employees don't think highly of you, sir. Teacher morale is at an all-time low. Why is that? Because of people like Charlie Atkinson, because of people like Cindy Lizondo that cause fear. They harass the employees. They cause them to freak out. And they file complaints. They go through the process. And what is done? Nothing. They are silenced. Everybody looks the other way. Again, if I'm given the opportunity by my community, I will protect the employees. I will be the voice for the victims. Free speech, sir, is the most important thing that we have living in this country. Open up the comment section for the social media platforms. Do you think that BISD is the best choice? Now, you may say that because you are getting paid a beautiful sum of money. How could you honestly look the community in the face and say, send me your child. Everything's A-okay. The community does not believe in BISD. You know what's going on. And again, sir, if you're playing the politics game, I will come after you through my podcasts. That's not a threat. I will let my community know of what you're doing. Again, I demand, as a community member, as a concerned citizen, for heads to roll. You need to fire Obed Leal. You need to fire Cindy Lizondo. You need to fire Obed Leal. You need to fire Charlie Atkinson. You need to fire Beto Leal. Again, those individuals, they have strong political connections. Are you going to bend? Are you going to fold? Or are you going to show that you have the cojones to make those tough decisions? You have community members that are genuinely concerned. Your interview, sir. It wasn't too convincing. I didn't feel that, oh, I'm going to come down on these mother truckers. Oh, yes, if somebody did something wrong, pues ya sabes, we're going to get rid of them, and pues you know. Wise words are that actions speak louder than words. Maybe that's just your personality, where you're soft-spoken, and maybe you will rule with an iron fist. But at this rate, I'm not holding my breath. I genuinely, and I say this with all sincerity, I genuinely want you to be a great superintendent. You being born in Brownsville, raised in Brownsville, or a teacher administrator, if I'm not mistaken, here locally, you went off and became a super assistant soup, and you came back down. I genuinely want you to be at the helm of one of the biggest school districts south of San Antonio. I genuinely want that. But what do I want you to do? I want you to prove it, sir. Because your community has no faith in you, no faith in the school district. We're living during uncertain times. No CFO, no board member, allegations of a massive sex scandal that is happening. And while we are aware that investigations are going on, it seems as if Linda Gallegos and yourself are playing the politics game. They're moving people. They're trying to, oh, vente pa acá. Yeah. Hide. Is Farley still on the campuses, sir? I made serious allegations against him, which, to my knowledge, he has not yet denied, because I have a victim that says he knows who I am. I was a victim then, but I have children now. I'm not scared anymore. Look what the community member says, sir. Actually, in a school board meeting, there should be order. Therefore, there should be an option at the beginning of the meeting for public comments to address the BISD with any and all concerns every time, either at the beginning or at the end of all public meetings. They obviously should never silence us, the people, like how you said. That is our right of freedom of speech. BISD needs to do the right thing. I'm a bit disappointed in you, Dr. Chavez. But me, personally, I like fighters. I like people that are willing to go down for the cause. I don't like pushovers. I don't like yes people. I like people que les. But that's just me. Again, many employees, many community members have no confidence in you. You have an amazing opportunity to show them that you mean business. Place who I named on administrative leave pending investigation for the integrity of what's happening at Rivera. We need an external third party to investigate, to preserve that integrity of the investigation. Why? Because we have people such as Linda Gallegos at HR that are playing politics. I hope you are not doing the same, sir, because if I find out, read the room, sir. Read the room. The school district is headed on a collision course towards destruction, self-destruction. What are you going to do to show your community? What are you going to, most importantly, I want you to be there for the victims. People have asked me, why do the victims go to you? Why do they confide in you this very delicate information? Because they've gone through the proper authorities. They've gone through BISD. They've followed protocol. And they get silenced. People like Miguel Salinas, like Walsh Gallegos, they get paid to dig bodies. They get paid for things to go away because we have an image that we have to protect. Well, this image, ladies and gentlemen, is fading fast. We are starting to see wrinkles in the face of BISD. Corruption is rampant. They silence the voice of those that are vocal. If I'm given an opportunity to represent my community on that school board, that will change. I will fight against corruption. I will fight against those that hinder investigations, that silence victims. Now, my team thinks that you are doing a good job, my production team, because they have mentioned to me and said, hey, well, Frankie, if you've noticed, he's been doing things that you've been saying. Some things. While we appreciate that, it's not enough. We want heads to roll. We want you to send a clear message to Rivera that all the employees, that they're going to be respected, that they're valued, and no one will ever bully them, harass them, such as Charlie, such as Cindy Lizondo. No one. But more importantly than the teachers and the employees, we want you to send a message to the community that this will not be tolerated. We want and demand more because you have in your hands the most precious thing that we value in this life, the life of a child. And they should not be treated as a pawn. They should not be silenced as a pawn. They should not be silenced for political clout, for political gain. Every allegation should be investigated. And if we're wrong, we'll give our face to the community and say, I was wrong. You may want to try to silence me, sir. Your attorneys may want to silence me. But I got a big platform. Y a mí me cuelgan. Everybody knows what Good Morning Browns was about. I think you have an idea. We fight for injustices. We give voice. We lend our platform to victims to call out their predators, to say, hey, this happened to me. In 2007, he knows who I am. I was scared then. I'm not scared now. I'm a mom now. I humbly ask of you, sir, to do what's in the very best interest of the community, to do what's in the very best interest of Rivera High School. I have made it known what the community wants. We want transparency. We demand transparency in every sense of the word. You will not silence community members, sir. If given the opportunity by my community, I will make sure that is done on day one. I believe in free speech. Men and women die to give us that right. We live in a beautiful country. This is not an authoritative dictatorship where you cannot talk. Be quiet. Listen to your community. Learn how to read the room, sir. Right now is not a good time to advertise, to come to BISD. No. The reason why I did not go, and I did say that I was going to go to the coffee thing. Nobody goes. Nobody has confidence. What do? Instead of going to you at 9, they tuned in yesterday with me at 9 in the morning. I have a big platform. I will be using it for the better good of the city of Brownsville. And you're either with us, Dr. Chavez, or you're against us. Again, sir, you have an amazing opportunity to make things right. I respectfully ask of you, sir, to place those individuals that I have alleged have neglected child abuse, have turned a blind eye, to place them on administrative leave. They should not be around our children, sir. The community does not trust them. Their lack of judgment speaks volumes. Now, you're lucky that summer school is right around the corner. But guess who will be talking during the summer about everything that's going on at BISD? And if we have to light a fire under this dilemma that we're dealing with, we're going to do so. We're going to pound. We're going to scream. We're going to shout. I will not be silenced, sir. My community, my victims, the victims that have come forward and confided in me will not be silenced. I will call them out. I will tell them to their face. Yo no tengo pelos en la lengua. I think you know that. I have called out individuals to their faces. Have they denied it? Have we heard a denial from Farley? No. Why? He knows what he did. I'm making serious allegations against a school board member that used a fake profile to create mass hysteria in the community by alleging that there is an apartment. Now, again, Jazz Marie is currently being investigated. And according to my sources, that is going to lead directly to Carlos Elizondo or someone very close to him. And we expect, sir, when that happens, for you to rule down with an iron fist. You need to show the employees that they're valued, that they will always be protected, that no one will belittle them, no one will harass them, no one will abuse their position, whether that's a board member, that's a counselor, a principal, no one. Because we value our employees, we respect them, and if they have genuine concerns, that we will listen to them. Now, again, why do people come to us? Because the district has shown time and time again that it doesn't care. The district, for far too long, hides the bodies, silences the victims. That will end, sir. That will end. Again, I don't think I'm asking for the world. I'm asking for things that we as a community feel are very important. How can we have these individuals still roam the halls? Beto Leal is just as guilty as all those individuals because he knew what he had in Macias. He knew what he had in Trujillo. They're part of the Tom Chavez clique. They're all proteges. Obed Leal knew. Cindy Elizondo knew. Norma Jean knew. Carlos Elizondo knew. But yet nothing was done about it. And what happens? These people get transferred to cushy jobs. Really, sir? Is that the message that you want to send to the community? There's an allegation that's being made about an apartment. We did not want to touch on that because we did not have the facts in our hand. But the allegations that are being made by somebody, they're saying, look into that apartment. Look into somewhere in that fire that there's an Epstein-like culture in that. Can you imagine that, sir? I expect Cindy Elizondo to get fired for her neglect And again, this is nothing personal. Everything that I talk about Dr. Chavez is based on merit. I am not attacking his person. I am attacking the superintendent in his role as a leader within our community. Everything that I do, ladies and gentlemen, is attack on their merits. It is never personal for me. Again, we as a community have legitimate concerns. Do not silence us, sir. We believe in freedom of speech. Open up the public comments to anyone to talk about anything. And maybe that's a board decision that needs to be made. But again, if my community allows me the opportunity, that will change. I will allow my community to speak about any concerns that they may have about the school district. Any concerns they may have, because at the end of the day, we as community members are paying for your salary. We as community members are taxpayers, and we should not be silenced. I definitely will not be silenced. You could try and silence them. You can try and silence Frank Olivo at the board meeting. And I understand public policy, but public policy, screw that. My child's life is at stake. Our children's lives are at stake. And you want to silence a concerned citizen? It's very telling. Very telling. We believe in free speech. We want heads to roll. Fire, place on administrative leave all those individuals that I alleged are at fault. And again, if I'm at fault, I will give my face to my community and I will say, I'm sorry, community. I got it wrong. I have balls. I will do that. But I'm not wrong. Because everything that I do, every time I come before you, I have my ducks in a row. I have my victims that are willing and able to speak for themselves. Again, you may want to silence Frankie Olivo at a board meeting, but you're not going to silence Frank Olivo on Good Morning Brownsville. Good Morning Brownsville makes waves. We give voice to the victims. We empower them. We want them to know that that predator will never hurt them again. And if you think that by you and your attorneys are trying to silence us, you're just giving us more vuelo, more cuerda to keep on pounding. We have legitimate concerns. We do not think that you are equipped for this job. You play the politics game. I genuinely, sir, want a better Brownsville. I genuinely want a better quality of life for our future generations. I hope you do as well. I know you do that. I genuinely think that that's what you want. I know that's what you want. If not, you wouldn't have asked for this position. You wouldn't have put your name in the ring. But during uncertain times calls for uncertain measures. You are our leader on that school board. You are our leader in the community. We want you to fight. We want you to show respect to employees. We want you to protect our children. Don't silence the community, sir. Listen to your community. Again, maybe you have a problem that you're not able to read the room. How are you going to invite the community to send their kids when we have a scandal of epic proportions? And this scandal, there's not knocking at the door. It's pounding. It's pounding. And we have to open that door. We have to be that alcoholic. We have to be that person that is sick and say, we need help. We need to change. Because if we do not change as human beings, we will die and succumb to our vices. If we do not accept our problems at BISD, if we do not realize that, hey, we at BISD, we need help. We need to fix things. BISD will succumb to TEA. TEA is right around the corner. Dr. Chavez. You are well aware of what has happened in Houston. Here locally, you are very well aware of what is currently going on in La Jolla. They replaced all school board members and they replaced the superintendent. Is that the direction in which we're going, sir? Don't think that this is me against you. No, sir. Me as a community member, let me help you. Help me help you, sir. Again, I told you. I want to make you into $1 million. You know I told you. And what did you do? You silenced me. You silenced me. Again, many people are kind of shocked that said, oh my God, we didn't know that you're so ruthless. Oh my God, are you really like this? I learned from a great master who was passionate about his community, who wanted to give information. He wanted to give the power of one of the biggest districts south of San Antonio to the feet of his people and say, look what we can do, people. Together, we will bring about positive change. That is my mission in life. I want to continue the legacy of that man. And people will remember his name for years to come. Because I will be vocal. I will be fighting. That's what I stand for. I want to bring to my community the biggest district south of San Antonio and bring it to my community's feet and say, here, community, let's take what's ours. Let's empower our employees. Let's protect our children. Let's send a message to the world that BISD really is the best school district and for them to send their children. That's what I want to do. And I hope to be given that opportunity in the very near future. But we need to fix this. We need to address things head on. Because if we don't, everything will happen. We have one or two, I think there's committee meetings that are going on. I think there's one more board meeting in June. I think for summer, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. For summer, I think we're off. But I believe there's one more school board meeting. And I'm going to try to attend to every board meeting, every committee meeting. I'm going to be vocal. Again, I will never speak at public comments ever again. Because I have shown that this mic is more bigger than yours, that this mic is more powerful than yours. And my people listen. My people are concerned. So again, I will show up, but I won't speak. I will not be silenced again. We did talk about, Dr. Chavez, how Rivera High School was brought down to its knees. It's burning. It's crashing. The house of cards is crashing. But through all this, sir, you have an amazing opportunity to send a strong message. Place those individuals that we outed on administrative leave. They should not have the benefit of the doubt of being around our kids, of representing our school district. The world is watching, Dr. Chavez. This message is for you. How will you react, sir? How will you respond? Will you play politics or will you show your community that you do have the needed to lead this district? The world is watching, Dr. Chavez. How will you respond? It is Thursday, May 22nd. My name is Frank Olivo, and this is Good Morning Brownsville. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Hope to see you here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Don't be late. Peace.